Shut up and sit down.
This is the Uncensored Voice. No bullshit, just real shit.
Discussing things that will stir the pot. Only here on the Uncensored Voice.
Hi guys, this is Ricky Midnight.
And this is Zach Mullins.
I know I got you in the middle of chewing your chips. Sorry, man. Hey, you know what? I was looking the other day here on the internet, right? And it said something about big box office bombs of all time, right? And I want to talk to you about some movies today I thought were good movies. They weren't high quality movies, but they were entertaining. To me, and I'm going to get your opinion here in a second. To me, a movie that is entertaining is a movie I enjoy watching. Doesn't matter if it's good quality, if it's B movie, it's low quality crap. I'm not looking for certain points that it hit, it merely made me involved in the main character's, plight. I'm not talking about that crap. I'm talking about I just enjoyed watching it, mindlessly watching it, right? And we're going to go over some movies. What do you look for when you see a movie? What do you think would make it a good movie?
Well, for me, to make it a good movie is I have to understand the character's plight.
Okay, so exactly what I said I don't care about.
Like, I want to feel a part of the story.
Yeah.
I want to, if something bad happens to the character, I want to feel bad for the character. I want good story writing.
Okay.
And now that we are where we are with animation, I want it to be visually pleasing, like aesthetically pleasing.
Okay. So what if it doesn't have any animation in it at all? Okay, we're gonna go from no animation at all.
I mean, that's pretty much no movie that comes out today.
Well, I know that today. We'll use an example here. I'm just going to use a real quick example. Have you ever seen the movie Ben-Hur, the one with Charlton Heston?
Yes.
There was no animation in that. There was no digital animation. Would you say it was a good movie?
It was, but there was also animation in it. It wasn't digital animation.
No, it wasn't digital animation that we see today.
No, but there was claymation in it. I do love
there was a little bit of claymation, tiny bit of claymation in it, but then so was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And you know
I love that movie, by the way.
But I liked them both. I mean, and for the time period that those movies came out, that was like the cutting edge.
Yeah.
What they could do, and that's kind of one of the real main reasons why I like the original Star Wars trilogy, because they did science fiction in a way that no one's ever done science fiction.
By the way, did you know Star Wars, the original Star Wars, came out in 1977, was in mono? It was not even in stereo. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go on to the list here. We're going to go on to the list, right? Okay, one of the biggest box office bombs is what they would call the movie Wind Talkers. Did you ever see Wind Talkers?
Nope.
Okay, what it basically was about, and it was supposed to be based on a true story. In World War II, we didn't want the Japanese to be able to break our code. And we know in Japan, they didn't have what we'd call Native Americans or the Indians back then.
The
Navajo.
The Navajo code talkers.
The Navajo code talkers, yeah.
I know about the actual people. I've just never seen that movie.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie. Had Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is, he's been in a lot of blockbusters, really good movies. Not a very good actor. Really, he's not. If you want to know why I say he's not a good actor, go and watch him in The Wicker Man. Horrible acting skills. And if you see his latest movies on Netflix, straight to video movies, he sucks really bad. But he did a good job in this movie, and it's definitely worth watching. But here it says it's in the top 50. Estimated loss, $52 million. Production value, $160 million. Can you imagine they actually lost that kind of money? I thought it was a good movie. Worldwide box office gross, $108 million. So if they grossed 108 and they spent 160 to make it, yeah, that's a $52 million loss. So that, I guess it was a loss, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. But you've not seen that one. Okay, let's go over something you have seen. You might have watched these movies. Have you even heard of that movie Black Hat?
No. Let's just keep scrolling down till we at least
see something we can
like that we've heard of.
Okay, Flight of the Phoenix, the remake with Dennis Quaid. Have you seen that one?
God, you're old.
Okay, let's go to another one here. Number 46, In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale. I've heard of that, but I've never seen that one.
I've seen this one.
Okay, R.I.P.D. R.I.P.D. I thought it was a fun movie. It was with Ryan Reynolds and what's that other guy's name? That old guy?
I'm at a loss. Like I know.
God, I don't remember his name right now.
I'm at a loss.
Ryan Reynolds and this old guy are dead, and they are policing the dead within the fact that they're dead. You've seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
Did you like the movie?
I mean, yeah, it was all right. I mean, but with me, I'm just a Ryan Reynolds fanboy.
Yeah.
So anything Ryan Reynolds, sign me up. I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. So it was an estimated $55 million loss. It cost $140 to produce the movie. It only grossed $85 million worldwide.
It wasn't worth the budget. I can tell you that. I mean,
that is a lot of money. 165 or 140 million. That's a lot of money.
it had good premise, but I think the story writing
Jeff
fell
Bridges
short.
is his name, by the way. The old guy. So yeah, I think that it was a good movie, but I don't know. It shouldn't have been $140 million. You're right. It shouldn't have been $140 million. Have you seen this one, number 43, The Last Castle? That was with Robert Redford?
Nope.
Okay. Boy, I guess I'm old. All right.
I don't even know who Robert Redford is.
What? Oh, golly. I'm going to have to recommend some Robert Redford films for you to watch. The Natural. That's a good one. That's a good one for him to watch. Natural. Okay, let's see here. Let's see something that we all would know. And let's see. I've actually seen some of these movies here.
The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Okay. I guess the latest one, it came out in 2000, which was 21 years ago. Did you ever see that one?
Yes, I did. I saw it in theaters, and I owned it on VHS and
Well,
everything.
you have kids. You have kids.
Well, at that time, I was 10 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, you were a kid. Okay. So it cost $111 million to produce it. It only grossed $51 million. That's a $59 million deficit, right? So I've never seen it, so I can't even comment on it. You said let's see something we both can comment on, right? Okay. I've seen this one. Have you seen this one?
No, but
No.
it looks like it would be entertaining.
It really wasn't. That was 3,000 Miles to Graceland. Meet Joe Black. I did not like that movie. I don't know if have you seen that one?
I haven't, but it looks like it's got Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
so
it had Brad Pitt.
I'd give it a shot.
I actually like Brad Pitt. I gotta say I like Brad Pitt. Okay, you've seen this one, haven't you? Wyatt Earp, number 33. Have you seen Wyatt Earp, the one with Kevin Costner?
I have, but I mean, when I think Wyatt Earp, I just think Tombstone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everybody thinks Tombstone. Okay, this came out after Tombstone, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it came out before. I don't remember. But it didn't have a good supporting character, which was Dennis Quaid. He did not have the same allure that help me out with his name.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. He didn't have the same allure Val Kilmer had. So that was a negative. The other negative, and I like the movie, don't get me wrong. The other negative was it was so long. Most Kevin Costner movies are so long, and I'm a big fanboy of Kevin. I like his stuff. But his movies are so long, and Dennis Quaid just didn't have it, you know? He just didn't have that allure, you know? It cost $106 million to make, and worldwide it only made $42 million. That was a $63 million disaster.
Dang.
That is bad. That is bad. Let's see here. Let me find something else that we both. I've seen most of these movies that we're going over here. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Nor that one. Virus. Oh, Virus. I do remember seeing this one with Jamie Lee Curtis. Did you see this one?
I didn't, but I do like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Red Planet with the girl from The Matrix. What was her name? Her name was. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Boy, I don't see her name in here anywhere. The girl from The Matrix. She played Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
Did you seen The Matrix? Tell me you've seen The Matrix. Okay.
I've seen all the Matrixes.
Yeah. Okay. Matrices, sir. So Matrices. Matrices.
The Matrixes.
Yeah, $116 million to make it, and they only made $49 million worldwide. That was $68 million deficit for Red Planet. Had Val Kilmer in it, right? Okay. So let's see here. Let's see if we see something that we both. I did not like this movie. Battlefield Earth, a saga of the year 3000 with John Travolta.
I can tell you why it failed automatically, knowing nothing about this movie.
Okay. Had John Travolta in it?
No, John Travolta's not bad. He's an amazing actor.
He's a good actor.
But this is Wrath of Khan meets Coneheads.
Yeah, you know, that's actually with the Predator hair. It was $116 million to make it, and it only made $43 million worldwide. So $73 million just got burned up.
I feel like
it was a horrible movie. I did not like the movie at all.
I feel like half of that movie's budget was just to go play John Travolta's salary for playing in that shitty movie.
You know, I think so. It blew. It blew. Hey, Missing Link. Did you ever see Missing Link?
No.
Oh man, okay. I like that movie. It was a cute little animated movie, digitally animated movie. Let's see here. Hard Rain. Did you ever see Hard Rain with what's his name right there?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, it had Morgan Freeman, and then it also had what's that other guy's name? Christian Slater. Hard Rain. Did you ever see that one?
No.
Ah, gosh, I want to comment on that one. Let's see here.
You can comment on some of them. I just there was 50 of them, so we couldn't comment on every single one, or otherwise we'd be here forever.
Yeah, we would be, right? Well, I'm going through a lot of them. This wasn't actually bad. Stealth. I can't believe that was a huge loss. It had Jamie Foxx, Jessica Biel, and I don't know who that guy is, but he's in a bunch of movies too. Stealth. It was about the stealth fighter, you know, the D-Wing, right? It $177 million to make it. It made $98 million worldwide, so $79 million, almost $80 million just went into the garbage can. Wow, that was pretty messed up. Okay, let's see.
Oh man, Osmosis Jones is up there.
Well, I've never seen that. Is that any good?
I mean, if you like cartoons, it's great.
That was only $19 million loss.
I mean, because so you definitely see the premise of it, and I'm a geek, I'm a science-y nerd.
Yeah.
And I love it. So that's the pill, right?
The pill.
And that's a white blood cell, and they're in Bill Murray's body, and they're fighting off a deadly virus.
I might have to watch this. I do kind of like stuff. I'm a geek too here. Nutcracker. Now we want to see that. Lucky Numbers. Another John Travolta disaster. How do you know? I've never even heard of that one.
And that's something I might want to check out.
How do you know?
Yeah, because I've never seen it.
You like Owen Wilson? What's her name?
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. I'm not a fan of either one of them, really. The Promise, that has Christian Bale. And what is her name? Let's see here.
Rachel Weisz.
Oh, Rachel Weisz. Yeah, Rachel Weisz. How would you pronounce her name? I didn't really recognize her there. Wow. Okay. But I've never heard of that one, The Promise. Hudson Hawk. That came out, in 91. I've never even seen that one, so I can't comment. Have you seen that one?
Nope.
No, I can't comment on that one. The Alamo. This was the remake, the most recent remake. It came out in 2004. It was with, I think, Billy Bob, and it had, Billy Bob Thornton, and it had several pretty decent named actors. I could see that would be a loss. Now, I could see that this would be a loss because the movie didn't blow me away. It really didn't blow me away. Did you see it?
Nope.
No, it didn't blow me away at all. Ooh, now see, okay, now this is the one that I wanted to talk about. Number 9. It was a long movie. It was a slow movie during most of its scenes, but I enjoyed the crap out of it. The Postman with Kevin Costner. Did you see it?
Nope.
What? Oh my gosh! Now you have to watch. Do you like Kevin Costner?
I mean, he's all right.
Man, you got to see it. It had what the heck was God? You know, I can't think of the guy who was in The Heartbreakers. Oh, geez, what was his name? No, not the movie. The rock group.
Oh.
Oh God, I can't think of it right now.
Bret Hart?
No. He was a leader of the group. God, I can't think of it right now. I see it. It'll probably tell me right here. Well, it had Kevin Costner and oh geez. Okay, let me look it up real quick. Hang on, because this is not going to go live. So, Tom Petty. Okay. Oh man, it had Tom Petty in it. Tom Petty was in this. Kevin Costner's real life daughter was in this when she was younger. I think she was like 14 or 15. She was in this, And of course, Kevin Costner rides a horse. I mean, I'm a fan of Kevin Costner. I'm sorry. I thought it was a good movie. It cost $125 million to make. He only made $33 million worldwide. So man, that was a huge loss. $92 million loss. Wow, that's pretty bad. And I thought it was a great movie. I really liked that movie. Now this one I knew was a loss, but I enjoyed this one. Did you see Soldier with Kurt Russell?
Nope.
Okay, I enjoyed this one. I'm not even going to talk about it. I enjoyed it, and I'm mad that there was a loss. Okay, what else we got here? We're getting down to the wire here. The 13th Warrior. I can see that would be a loss. It had. He's not much of a leading actor. He's a good supporting actor.
Who is he?
Oh, you don't know Antonio Banderas?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was Antonio.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh man, Antonio Banderas is awesome.
Okay. Other than Zorro, what movie has he been the lead actor in that you thought he did good? Other than Zorro, 1 and 2, that he made. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
I mean, just because he hasn't been the lead actor doesn't mean that he's not a great actor and could be the lead actor.
No, he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. He is a good actor.
Because, so I grew up with him as a child.
Antonio Banderas.
I like him more as a voice actor.
Yes, I think I've heard him doing voiceovers.
And that's what I'm saying. I see him more doing voice work, so you can't really equate that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's much of a lead actor. He doesn't have it.
I mean, he does though.
No,
he
does. He used to. He's okay. You know who's an old person who's still really good? Sean Connery. He's really good at it. You know, he's straight, right? But there's people who get older who just lose it, and they just can't be a lead actor anymore. And he's definitely one of them. Well, anyway, so the movie The 13th Warrior came out in 1999. It was a $188 disaster, $188 million disaster, because the worldwide profits was $93 million. That's $95 million loss. So it was a disaster. Bad.
And I just want to point out for what you said earlier, 10 seconds ago, Sean Connery's dead, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm not talking about him still making movies, but even up to he was still. Sean Connery was the original James Bond.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like him, but as he got older, I started to really like his movies. As he got older, he had more charisma as he got older, and some actors have more charisma as they get older, right? And there's some that don't. And Antonio Banderas would be, for me, one of those in the don't category. That's just me, right?
I don't know. From this side of the table, we love you, Antonio.
Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis. Have you ever seen that one? That's number 4, by the way.
No.
I'm counting down. I enjoyed the movie. She was a pirate, and she was like a swashbuckler. It was kind of like swashbucklers of the back in the 40s and 50s, those kind of movies with Errol Flynn and stuff like that. I know you don't know who I'm talking about, but it was a swashbuckler movie. And she was a female pirate, which there wasn't very many. And so it was $151 million to produce it. It estimated loss of $123 million. So how many $1 million did it make?
30 million.
$30 million. And I thought it was better than that. I really did. I knew it was a loss, but I didn't have any idea that it was going to be that large of a loss. It came out in 1995. When were you born, in 91?
No, 90.
You were born in 90. Okay, you were 5 years old.
Yeah, so
give or take.
A lot of these I haven't seen.
They're too old. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see if we got another one. Jeez. I remember this movie. Oh, it came out in 80. Oh, it came out in 2002. I remember when it came out, but I never watched it. Okay, that's all the list that we have of these old movies. Okay, we can talk about this. You want to talk about that?
We can roll into this all day.
Okay, let's see if we can click on this here. Movie sequels that were better than the original. Okay, so besides the movie we're looking at here, don't mention it. Besides the movie we're looking at here, what movie sequel do you think is the best out of all the movies as far as a sequel that blew away the original? What movie do you think blew away the original?
Terminator 2.
I could probably go with that one, but I wouldn't say it's the best. I would probably say that this one was the best out of all of them that blew away the original.
Well, you just told me not to use it.
I said don't say it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I mean, if you ask me that, yes.
Would you say this was the best one then?
Well, yeah.
So then we're in agreement.
Yes.
Okay, this one is The Empire Strikes Back. We both agree that it was the best out of all the movies that blew away. A good example would be Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2 blew away the original, right? Another one. Oh, I like another one. Aliens. It blew away Alien. The one with Sigourney Weaver.
I'm not a big Alien fan, though,
No?
just because of the shape of my head.
Just because of the shape of your head?
Okay, all right. So
I don't know what he's talking about here, guys.
We'll do this.
Okay.
So, when you come and you look at my head from the side, it's all egg-shaped like
Yeah?
like an alien head.
No, I don't see that, dude. I don't see that.
And you got to see it when I don't have hair.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I never really liked Aliens.
Okay, well that might actually do it. I've never heard of these other ones. Look, okay, we're counting down from 30, right? Red Riding, the year of our Lord, 1983.
I haven't seen any
Never
of them.
heard of that. Huh?
I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Fast 5. It came out in 2011.
You haven't seen Fast 5?
No, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I've seen every one of them except for like the newest one.
You know, I would agree that this one, number 28, I would agree that this one was, the second one was better than the first one. Although I really didn't like all of them. I didn't like any of them. I take it back. I didn't like any of them because, I don't know, it just seemed too impossible.
Tom Cruise sucks?
Well, I don't like Tom Cruise. I don't like him. Ever since, since Top Gun.
I was like, Top Gun was the only movie that
I enjoyed, don't get me wrong.
Well, Jerry Maguire wasn't bad.
I like Jerry Maguire, I like Top Gun, and I like Days of Thunder. But there's parts of each one of those movies where Tom Cruise is just more than he actually is. I mean, the guy's like 5'2", he's a little bitty fella. Come on, taking on a guy my size, I don't think so, Tom. But, okay, let's go on to the next one here. Yes, that one, would you agree that one was pretty good too?
I don't know. I can't say that it's better than the original, all of the John Wicks.
Did you see them all?
Yes, I own them all. John Wick is amazing, and I'm also a huge Keanu Reeves fan.
I do like him as well.
I've never seen him in any movie that I did not like.
Did you see, Hey Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, but that Keanu Reeves wasn't in that one.
He wasn't?
I don't think so.
Who was in that one?
Sean William Scott and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
You're thinking of Bill and Ted's.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was actually better than Bogus Journey. Which one was the second one? The second one was better than the first one. I know.
It's probably Bogus Journey.
Yeah, the second one was better than the first one. But yeah,
but I liked them both. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but both of them were pretty good. Okay, this is John Wick Chapter 2. I think it was a little bit better than the original. You know why? And it sounds kind of funny, but you know why I think it was better than the original?
Why?
Because in the original, the doggy dies, and that pissed me off. Oh, no, I don't even want to talk about it. It made me mad that the dog died. Okay. I didn't know that was part 2.
Yeah.
That has a part 2?
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man Far From Home has a part 2?
Yeah, Homecoming was the first one.
Oh, it's called Homecoming, the first one. So Far From Home was part 2 then.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. I didn't see Homecoming, so I can't really comment on that one. I didn't like any of these movies. The Hunger Games, all of them just, I don't know, too chick flick for me.
I don't know. I mean, I read the books and then I watched the movies. They're all right. Because I like dystopian novels.
Yeah.
Like Fahrenheit 451.
Okay. Well, that was pretty good. Fahrenheit 451. I enjoyed that.
I mean, it was an okay movie.
Yeah, it was okay.
But the book was 10 times better. And I love Michael B. Jordan. I just don't think that they really hit it the way that it should have been hit.
I'm not a big fan of his. Not a big fan.
I mean, I love Michael B. Jordan and a lot of his things, like Creed. Oh, he was amazing, and Creed didn't get the reviews that it deserved.
Wasn't Michael B. Jordan Darth Maul?
No.
Who was Darth Maul?
I think his name was Anthony Park.
Okay, I thought it was him.
No, it was.
I could have sworn it was him.
No, it was a white dude that was a real martial artist.
White dude. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm not talking about race or anything. I thought it was actually you. Number 24. Now this is not part 2. I don't know where that came from. This National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was part 3. So I don't know how they got this into part 2.
Because it said sequel. It didn't say the second movie was better than the first.
I thought it did.
Oh, I thought it was just sequels in general. And I mean, it may have just been a.
Let's go up there real quick here. Sequels. It was a sequel. Yeah, I guess it just says sequel. It didn't say second movie. But okay, they're talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Now, that was a very fun movie. Did you see part 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
And then they made a part 4, which was okay.
And then I got older and I realized what a dickhead Chevy Chase was.
Yeah, he's always been a dick. He's always been a dick, but still kind of enjoyed the movie. Okay, look at Christian Bale. He's a dick, but you enjoy his movies, right?
I mean, most of his movies, I guess.
He's a dick, and he actually physically beat up his mother. So, I mean, you can't become more of a dick than that, but, still like his movies. But, okay, National Lampoon's, we don't want to talk too much about Christian Bale beating up his mother and acting like an ass. So, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation came out in 1989. I liked the European Vacation better, which was the one before this one.
I like the one where they go to Reno.
Well, yeah, that would be part 4, which would be Vegas Vacation. Yeah, that would be Vegas. Okay. Superman 2, I did like that one better than Superman 1. Now, this came out probably, it says 2006, but I don't think it came out in 2006, did it? Wow. No, that's probably Richard Donner's cut. It was probably released quite a bit before that. But I enjoyed that one. Let's see here. Ooh, oh my gosh. I completely forgot about it. Did you see the part 2 and the part 1?
Mm-hmm.
Part 1 blew. Did you like part 1?
I'm not really a big Star Trek fan.
Star Trek, the original Star Trek with Captain Kirk, right?
I feel like Star Trek was just trying to ride the wave of Star Wars.
Well, it came out before that, though, right?
No, but
Star Trek came out before Star Wars.
But what I'm saying is, like,
don't be dissing Star Trek, man.
I mean, Star Wars is better.
No, I agree. I like Star Wars better than Star Trek, but Star Trek actually came out before Star Wars. Star Trek came out in '67. Star Wars didn't come out till '77. 10 years difference, decade. Okay, but Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, 1982. Man, that was a monster of a movie. That was great. I enjoyed the heck out of that one. It did really good. Oh, I don't know if this was better. You probably haven't seen the Evil Dead series, have you?
No.
Okay. Well, Evil Dead 2 was supposed to have been better. Captain America: Civil War, Skyfall. That was a James Bond movie, right?
Yeah, Skyfall was really. But
I don't think I saw that one.
I think they're only talking about the Daniel Craig.
The Daniel Craig, which is Skyfall.
The Daniel Craig series is in this because
yeah.
Because I mean, all the 007 movies. No, I don't think Skyfall was the best, but it was very.
Oh no,
very
I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that any of the Daniel Craig movies were better than some of the other ones prior.
And the new one that's about to come out looks.
That's
amazing.
a Daniel Craig one, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one looks amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that.
Okay, since we're talking about James Bond, what is your favorite James Bond movie? Out of all the James Bonds that you've seen. And I know the one I'm going to tell you, you're going to say, oh my gosh, no.
Mine's probably Goldmember.
Goldmember was a good movie. It was a good movie. My favorite one was The Living Daylights. And have you even seen that one?
I've seen them all, but like you would have to tell me who the bad guys are.
And... well, I can tell you who the good guy was. He was only in 2 movies. Mm-hmm. Was it 1? Timothy Dalton. Mm-hmm. Timothy Dalton played James Bond. And do you remember how we talked several episodes back? We talked about Qui-Gon Jinn, how he was the epitome of a Jedi. He was what a Jedi was, right? We talked about that? Mm-hmm. That's what I think Timothy Dalton was as far as James Bond, which is a whole lot like Daniel Craig. He was serious. He wasn't about joking. He was about getting the job done. I'm here to kill. I'm here to steal. I'm here to, do whatever I have to do to get it done. I'm not going to, it's not about laughing, joking, sleeping with women. It's about doing what I'm here to do. That's what Timothy Dalton was.
Oh, I thought James Bond was supposed to be sleeping with women. I thought that was one of the main
that's just
premises.
a perk. That's a perk.
I thought that was like one of the main premises of his character.
Let's see here. Thor Ragnarok. It was okay. You know what? The only thing I didn't really like about this is the Hulk. The Hulk was. I don't like movies that are based on animation, digital animation, or any kind of animation. I just don't like it.
Well, I mean, with that one, I think whoever wrote this is kind of biased because Thor, the original Thor, was way better than Thor Ragnarok.
I think so too.
Thor Ragnarok was just way too jokey.
Mm-hmm.
But even though I do like the overall story, that's a very, very amazing comic book read.
Oh, there's another James Bond one, number 13, Casino Royale.
I did love that.
That one was a pretty good. That was with Pierce Brosnan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. That was a good one. I enjoyed that one.
Daniel Craig is my favorite Bond so far.
I do think that Daniel Craig is a really good Bond, but I think Timothy Dalton was better. Go back and look at the one with Timothy Dalton. Besides the fact that it's dated a little bit, and it probably isn't, unless you got it on Blu-ray, it's probably not that high quality. But he does a lot I'd say it the other way. Daniel Craig does a lot like Timothy Dalton. They kind of act the same. They have the serious face. They do what they're there to do, and nothing but that. And he talks back to M.
Uh-huh.
He talks back to M in both. Timothy Dalton talked back to M. He talks back to M. It's good.
And the thing, the way I like Daniel Craig and his Bond franchise is mainly because it humanizes him more. It's not just him sleeping with women, shooting guns, and shooting people. You see the actual tension in his own mind, and you see the struggles that he's going with on the inner turmoil kind of scale, which is really cool. We passed a lot of movies, man.
We have, well, I mean, there's stuff that I can't really comment on because I haven't really seen them. Okay, look. Okay, the Bourne Ultimatum. I've never seen the Bourne series. I've never seen any of the Bourne series.
You should watch them. You'd like them.
I probably should. I've had a lot of people tell me that. The most of the X-Men's I've never seen, so I can't really talk to them. I've seen, I think, one or two, and Logan would be an X-Men movie. Never really seen any of them, so can't comment on them. The Harry Potters, I've seen all of the Harry Potters because my wife is a huge Harry Potter fan, and I had to sit through the darn things. I didn't really like any of them, so...
How can you not like the Harry Potters?
I know you grew up in the Harry Potter era, but I did not. So then the next one would be this abomination of a movie. I think this was... If it was a standalone movie by itself, it had nothing to do with anything else, I think it wouldn't be bad. But I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why I think it's a horrible, horrible movie. And it's Mad Max Fury Road. Okay, the movie was written actually back a long time ago. Okay, long time ago. We're talking back in the 70s, okay? But the problem with the movie was, if you are a fan at all of Max Rokitansky, that's who that is, Max Rokitansky, okay? Or Mad Max for everybody else. If you're a fan of his, you know that when Max was in the first movie, Mad Max, when he was at the hospital, at the emergency room, because his wife and kid got run over by a motorcycle, by toe cutter, matter of fact. The doctor tells him, the ER doctor tells him, I'm sorry to tell you, but your wife died, but your son is still alive. Did you hear what I said, son? Okay. Well, if you skip to this movie, Mad Max Fury Road, which can be part 4, right? He didn't have a son, he had a daughter. What the hell is that? Okay. So that right there, just as soon as that happened, I'm like, I shut down. I was watching the movie, I shut down. I don't want to watch this crap anymore. They done screwed up. Okay. Then, if you remember in the Road Warrior, his car, his Ford, because it's a Ford, his Ford version, Australian Ford version of the car, I forget what model it is. Someone will correct me, I'm sure, on this, but I forget what model it is, blew up. Because he had it booby-trapped, and it exploded. I mean, it was gone. It was completely gone. Well, in this movie, he still had the car. Do you remember that?
No, I
okay, in this movie, he had the car, which is part 4. And in part 2, it was destroyed. So that's another thing. I was like, you know what? I don't want to watch this. And the third reason why I don't like this movie is he's not the hero in this movie. She's the hero. This was the Charlize Theron movie. And I think she did a good job. But that's why I didn't like it. Number 7, Avengers Endgame. I did not like this. You know why? Because a lot of people died in this. And they're characters I really liked.
But I mean, their contracts were up. They had to get rid of them. And the way that they died, it was pretty dope. Like, I mean, like Iron Man. Iron Man,
Iron Man, I liked him.
I mean, yeah, but Robert Downey Jr. already said that he's not doing it no more. Like, he's done. So him going out is way better than having him recast.
Well, no. Why did they just have him retire?
But they did it in a way that Iron Man just saved the entire multiverse. He just
and then another Avengers movie, Infinity War.
Going back to the Endgame though, that's That's poetic, though, because Iron Man started the Marvel Cinematic Universe at that scope.
Yeah.
And so it ended with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it was an entire phase.
Mm-hmm.
So that was supposed to be the ending. He was supposed to start it and end it.
Yeah, well, I guess in that case he did. Hey, look, the movie you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day. 1991 is when this came out. I liked the movie. I thought the liquid metal Terminator was just freaking awesome. It was a good movie. I enjoyed the movie. The only thing that it had nothing to do with the movie. The only thing I don't like is the kid who played what was his name? The kid he was trying to rescue.
Billy?
No. The son. What was his name? In the movie.
John Connor.
John Connor. This kid grew up and he had a bad time of it because he was a child star. He had a really bad time. Most child stars do. But this was a good movie and I enjoyed it. Let's see here. Another Mission Impossible. I'm just not a fan of Mission Impossible. I don't want to skip that crap. Ooh, here we go. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. Awesome movie. When this came out, of course, when this came out in 1980, I was 7 years old.
Ooh,
I was 9. Sorry, 9.
Let's have a test. Let's see. All right.
What do you want to test?
What is the most famous line from this movie? And it's actually on that scene.
Luke, I am your father.
Wrong.
No, what is it? What is it?
So it goes, no. It's like, no, Luke, what is it?
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. I know he said that.
And he's like, you killed my father. And there's something.
He says, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. I am your father.
Yeah. He goes, no, I am your father.
No, I am your father. Okay. So I got it wrong a little bit. But hey, look. Did you know that he had originally written this where David Prowse, who plays Darth Vader, it's a white guy playing Darth Vader. Okay, David Prowse actually said different lines to Mark Hamill. He actually said a different line. I don't remember what it was. I don't know what he said. I don't remember what it is right now. Like, I didn't mean to kill your father, or something, whatever the hell he told him, right? And then when James Earl Jones, who plays the voice of Darth Vader, they dubbed in his voice, he said that he was his father. So nobody on the set even knew it except for, the producer, which is George Lucas and a few other people, knew that he was going to do that, which is pretty cool. Which is another thing that I'm going to bring up, Return of the Jedi. Did you know, and I remember this, that when the movie was to come out, when they were advertising it in 1980, the early part of 1983, it was called Revenge of the Jedi. And it didn't come to light that it was called Return of the Jedi until it released, because a Jedi does not seek revenge. So that's just a little.
And while we're on the Star Wars,
okay.
So that revelation of him being his father, it shouldn't even really been that much of a revelation, because it was only 20 years since World War II had happened in the 70s, like 20, 25 years around there.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Uh-huh. And the Germans were
more than that.
But with the main focal point of the Axis powers.
Okay.
Right? So Darth Vader literally means dark father in German.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's Vater, like Vater, instead of Vader. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Darth Vader literally means dark father.
They didn't speak German in this universe, though.
But to everybody else.
You know what? Maybe people in Germany put it together like that. But I don't speak German, so. But yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good piece of information there that I can use. I like that. I didn't like these movies.
Oh, okay.
You know what? That a lot of people are going to say, "Hey, Ricky, you're an idiot." But I didn't like these movies.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. The first two,
I didn't like any of them.
This one, though, was awesome. I will give credit where credit is due.
I read all the books.
I don't care about the hobbits.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But the war scene in that was just fantastic.
I don't like digital animation that much. I mean, but you grew up watching digital animation from its inception, and that's how you've always seen movies. Me, I grew up watching no animation, to watching, claymation, to watching them flying, ships around or airplanes, with a little freaking stick, and then comes digital animation, I'm like, I don't like it.
So you should appreciate it the most, because that's why I appreciate because I still play video games to this day every now and then. I mean, I don't just sit there and play, but like seeing how far it came from Duck Hunt and like the original Nintendo to now where you're playing a video game and it looks
terribly real.
It looks like a movie.
Have you ever seen any of the well, I would say Atari, but before Atari, I forget what it is we had, and it was even more horrible than Atari could be. I mean, Atari, you're playing basketball, you're bouncing a square pixel. Yeah, that's basically what it is. A square pixel.
I played Pong.
Pong, yeah, with a little rotating thing, yeah. Pong.
And then another game system that I had growing up, and it was at my grandmother's. It was just like this huge gray keyboard, and it had floppy disks, and it hooked directly to the TV.
Was it the actual floppy disks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'd plug it in and it'd play, and then like you had like it was like a karate game, and then
was it in color?
Some of them.
Or was it monochrome?
Some of them were monochrome, and then there was some in color. Like it had a bunch. I don't know.
It might have been the geez, I'm trying to remember that. I remember there was one. It was
and it had a red and black joystick with a white button on top.
God, I'm trying. I think if I saw it, I'd remember the name of it right off. But there was a whole bunch of different ones. There were lesser known ones. But there was a whole bunch of different ones. My cousins had an Intellivision. You ever heard of Intellivision?
No.
It was think of the my telephone as the actual pad, and it didn't have a pad. It had a D-pad, which you kind of rotate. You know what a D-pad is?
Yeah.
Okay, it had a D-pad on it, and it had a whole bunch of buttons, and they weren't, nothing was digital. It was buttons, push buttons, and then you slide in different menus as you're playing different games, whether it be baseball, football, basketball, track and field, things like that. And that's called Intellivision. And you hook that up to your television, and that's how you played it, Intellivision, right? So, but anyway, what we're talking about here is Lord of the Rings. I didn't really like any of the Lord of the Rings. I read the books back in the 70s. I read the books. I saw the cartoons back in the 70s. And then when they announced that they were going to actually come out with Lord of the Rings, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. And to me, it was just a big disappointment. I didn't like it.
Compared to the books, yeah. And, I'm really surprised they didn't do the Silmarillion.
It's been back in the 70s. It's been so long, I don't remember.
But the Silmarillion was the very, very first one. It was before The Hobbit.
Yeah, it was before The Hobbit. Was it the... it was in the cave, right?
No, that was The Hobbit, is with the cave. The Silmarillion was like the OG story of... Aragorn's like actual great grandfather with the big sword.
Okay.
Where that cut the ring off Sauron.
Yeah.
Like, it was the first battle. That's what the Silmarillion was generally geared towards, and it was cool.
It was a long time ago when I read these books.
I mean, they've been around since the 40s. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, I tell you a series. Well, let's go through here. We're on number 2, so we only got one more movie to go. But I'll tell you a series that I wish they would make from one. It was 7 books, 1 to 7. I'll tell you that in just a second. Okay, so let's see number 1, The Dark Knight. I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of Christian Bale, but I enjoyed this. This was a pretty good one, The Dark Knight.
But it had nothing to do with Christian Bale.
Well, I mean, he was the actor.
But no one cares about Christian Bale in that movie. It was all about Heath Ledger.
Yeah, it was about Heath Ledger. I know. Yeah, as a Joker.
That was the only reason that it got the rave reviews that it did.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. The movie I'm telling you about 1 through 7 was the Tales of Narnia. Did you ever read the books?
Yeah.
Okay. They only made 1 movie.
No, they didn't. They made quite a few.
No, they made 3. They made 3. Yeah. Right. There was 7, by the way. There was 7. But yeah, they made 3. I would have liked it if they would have started with a horse and his boy. Yeah. And then the magician's nephew, and then all of them, right? They were all really good books. I'm not a huge fan of reading, but boy, I read through all 7 of those books in 4 days, something like that. It was great. But I loved them. I loved them.
I mean, with that, you got to kind of see the state of the country. They're probably not going to publish a lot of C.S. Lewis, especially with how the country is being ran today.
Yeah, I know. You know what? But,
C.S. Lewis.
Bleeding heart crap.
I mean, C.S. Lewis was one of the greatest evangelists of like the last 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like he tied Christian values into everything that he did.
Yeah.
And people are tending to go away from that.
So what?
So
you know that America was founded on Christian principles. So if you don't like them,
but
you don't have to be here.
I mean, I agree with that to an extent, but like what I'm saying is,
I know it's not gonna be popular. I guess
they're trying to make money. That's what the whole thing is about. But I mean, when you really go, actually, you know what? We'll save that for the next show. We're gonna do some history and see what you know about why America is America today.
Okay. Well, hey, this is Ricky Midnight.
And this is Zach Mullins.
And we'll see you guys on the next show.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks for listening to The Uncensored Voice.
Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And remember, on The Uncensored Voice, we tell it like it is.
So be safe, my friends, and may God bless America.